It's March 1994. The Russian Airbus A310 is soaring through the skies on its way from Moscow to Hong Kong with a stopover in Novosibirsk. Everything seems routine until a series of events unfold that would change the course of history for the 75 souls on board. On the night of March 22, as the clock struck 10:30 p.m. at the Sheremetyevo International Airport in Moscow, Flight 593 was all set for departure, ready to embark on its journey to Hong Kong. Little did the passengers know the harrowing events that were about to unfold in the dark skies ahead. That night on Flight 593, there were a total of 75 individuals, including 63 passengers and 12 crew members. Flight 593 had 3 pilots in the cockpits. The captain, Andrei Viktorovich Danilov, 40-year-old, had been with Airfloat since November 1992, following relief pilot Captain Kudrinsky and Captain Vasilievich. What could have caused a brand new wide-body jet flown by men who were supposed to be amongst Russia's most elite pilots to plunge to Earth from 33 feet in just 2.5 minutes? Well, Captain Kudrinsky's 2 children, 12-year-old Diana and 15-year-old Elder, who were among the passengers, were called up by their dad to come in the cockpit when most of the passengers were asleep. The pair ended up coming inside the cockpit to visit their dad, who then decided to let them play with the aircraft control while the plane was on autopilot. The family's interaction was caught on audio recording by the plane's black box, with Diana being heard complaining to her dad before he tells her, "Don't run there or they'll fire us." Everything was fine until it was Elder's turn to go have a play. He ended up switching off autopilot for around 30 seconds, having pushed the controls too hard. Elder found himself in a situation where he was essentially in charge of the aircraft's movements, a circumstance that would ultimately result in a devastating tragedy. When the plane started to veer right and exit the flight path, Elder realized something was wrong. In a matter of seconds, the trio of pilots aboard also became aware of the situation, but at that juncture, the aircraft had already veered nearly 90 degrees, a maneuver that surpassed the capabilities of the Airbus A310. The plane started to descend rapidly before stalling and automatically switching into a dive to recover itself. Eventually, the pilots managed to regain control and pulled the plane out of the dive but misjudged the force, causing the aircraft to stall again. You hear the dad yelling, telling Elder to go to the back. The pilots were trying hard to fix the mistake and steer the plane back on course. Yaroslav was telling his kids to leave, saying, "Get out now, everything is normal." That's when the recording suddenly cuts out.
Идет самолет? Неверно, да? Право. Нормально, подставно. Сейчас вправо пойдет. Что-то я находил. Зачем? Он поворачивает. Да. А почему он поворачивает, не знаю. Ты забьет? Вы в зону пошли ожидания. Да? Конечно. Ребята. Держи, сторону, держи. Обратную сторону. Обратную, влево. Обратную. Лево крути.